nature. He has seen the London, and he appreciated the London Bridge and the view and the sight of the London from there. So this is a Petrarchan sonnet, means 14 lines poem. So already I have finished. What he has said, that early in the morning when he goes on a walking in a London, you know that London is a very busy city. It is an industrial revolution took place in that period, and people are very busy, crowded city it is. And when early in the morning, when the writer, the poet goes there, he see that the whole city is a very beautiful, and he says that the earth has not anything to show more fair, dull would he be of soul who could pass by. He says that it is very beautiful place in the world. There is no other world as beautiful as this one. And the person who is very lazy, who is a dull, he cannot see such a beautiful place. But the person who is very active, who is going for a walking in the morning, he can enjoy, he can see the sight of this London Bridge. Again, he said that the city is now doth like a garment wear, the beauty of the morning silent wear. Now he sees that in the morning he goes to the London Bridge, and how is the atmosphere? The atmosphere is very silent. He goes very with a bare foot, and the beauty is very nice in the early morning, and it looks like the city is wearing a garment, a cloth, just of a beauty of nature. Now he says that when the sunrise falls on the man-made structures, there are so many man-made structures the writer has observed from the bridge. Which are that man-made structures? That is the ship towers, domes, theaters, and the temples, and the open fields he has seen, and also he has seen the sky. And when he has seen all that sky man-made structures, when the sunrise falls on it, it starts shining. It is all bright. It is glittering, and early morning air is very, very fresh. There is no any pollution. There is no any smoke is there. So early morning air is very fresh. Now, never did sun more beautiful step. Now he said that the sun is very beautiful, and he is following. He is beautifully step moves, and in his first splendor, valley, rocks, or hill, the sunrise falls where a valley, not only the man-made structures, but the sunrise falls on the valley, rock, and the hills also, and that also started shining, the glittering. And the writer, the poet, has not seen such a beautiful sight, and he never saw, I never felt a calm and so deep, and he was feeling very calm and very happy and satisfied. And he says that the river bleeds at his own sweet will. The river is moving so softly or so sweetly, or it is calmly, quietly. The river is following under that under that bridge. Oh God, dear God, the houses seems asleep. Now all the houses in the London are sleeping. Here the houses are not sleeping. Who is sleeping? The poet says that the people who are living in that houses, who are living in the London city, they are sleeping because it's early in the morning, and all that mighty hearts is still lying. He says that all that mighty hearts means the peoples are, he is referred mighty heart to that people. The people are taking a rest. Mighty heart is still lying still, means they are taking a rest. So this is the paraphrase of the poem. Understood? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, write down the figure of speech. All of you, write down the figure of speech. If you have the textbook, open it and start writing. I will give you. See here. Write down the second line. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by. What is it? Are you writing? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Write down. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by. It is an inversion. Write down the explanation. The figure of speech is an inversion. Why the inversion? Because the sentence is not in a correct prose order. The sentence means this line is not in a prose order, correct prose order. So write down. The figure of speech is an inversion. The figure of speech is an inversion. Is it over? Explanation, write down. The sentence is not in correct prose order. The sentence is not in a correct prose order. Yes. Is it over? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Bolo. Second, write down.
Yes.
A sight so touching in its majesty. Third line. A sight so touching. A sight so touching in its majesty. A sight so touching in its majesty. The figure of speech is paradox. Explanation, write down. As it is a contradictory statement, it is an opposite statement. Contradictory means opposite. It is an opposite statement. It is an opposite statement. It is an opposite statement because a touching sight is intimate and personal. Touching sight is intimate and personal, but a majestic sight is grand and public. Majestic sight is grand and public. If you see that touching, whatever the sight it is shown here, it is some people will feel very touching. Some people will not be feel touching. So it is a personal. So it is a personal, but majestic sight, it is a public, grand. So in this sentence, the two opposite or contradictory statements are given. And so it is a paradox. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it over?
Yes.
Now third sentence, write down. This city now doth like a garment wear. The city now doth like a garment wear. The city now doth like a garment wear. The figure of speech is simile because you see in this line like word is there. So it's a simile. The figure of speech is a simile. Why simile? Because the morning beauty is compared with a garment, means cloth worn by people. The morning beauty is compared to a garment, that is clothing worn by people. It is also personification. It is also personification. Why personification? Because city has given the human action or human quality of wearing garment. City जो है अनह्यूमन है और उसको ह्यूमन क्वालिटी दिया गया है. City has given or performing a human action of wearing garment. Is it over? Yes. Is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next line. The beauty of the morning, silent bear. Write down. The beauty of the morning, silent bear. The beauty of the morning, silent bear. So what it is? It is also paradox. It is also paradox because it is a confusing statement. It is a confusing statement since the city is soaked in a beauty, but it is bare. ये जो sentence है, ये जो sentence में opposite ideas are replaced. Opposite ideas are presented. One is silent. City is silent. The writer, the poet says that the city is silent, but the beauty is the silent, or the city is the silent. At the same time, he says that it is a bear. So it is opposite ideas are there. So it's a in paradox. Is it over? Yes or no? Is it over?
Yes.
Yes.
Next. Never saw I, never felt a calm so deep. Never saw I, never felt a calm so deep. It is an inversion. The figure of speech is inversion because the sentence is not in a correct prose form or prose order. The figure of speech is an inversion. Because the sentence is not in correct prose order. Correct prose order. Is it over?
Yes.
Next, write down. The river glideth at his own sweet will. The river glideth at his own sweet will. So what is it? It is a personification because the river has given the human quality of possession or own will. The river has given the or shown to possesses its own will. Means river को उसका own will है. Means human quality is given here. So it is a personification. The figure of speech is a personification. As the river is shown to possesses its own will. Is it over? Yes or no? Next sentence, second last sentence. Dear God, their very houses seems asleep. Here is a apostrophe. Now in this sentence you see that there is a exclamatory mark. There is a exclamatory mark. जहाँ जिस sentence में exclamatory marks रहता है उसको हम apostrophe बोलते हैं because it is addressed. It is a addressed. So it is a apostrophe. Or it is also personification because the house is given as a human quality of sleeping. So it is a personification. Personification, the houses are said to perform the human quality of sleeping. Or the house is given the human quality of sleeping. That is why it is a personification. Is it over? Yes or no? Is it over, students?
No.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
And the last line, write down. All that mighty heart still lying still. All that mighty heart is lying still. Now here is also personification because the city is personified. The city is given a human quality as a heart. Heart, ये किसको heart रहता है? Human को. So it is a human quality, heart, and that is given to the city. So it is a personification. It is also paradox because in this line two opposite ideas are placed side by side. What are the two opposite ideas? Mighty hearts is a inactive. Lying. Lying means inactive. And at the same time, it says that so it is a self-contradiction. Mighty means powerful. Powerful है तो उसमें क्या है? Active होना चाहिए. Lying है. इसका मीनिंग है सो गया. तो उसमें active कैसे रहेगा? So these are the two opposite things. So it is a paradox. Understood?
Yes.
Is it? First line. The earth has not anything to show more fair. The earth has not anything to show more fair. This is a hyperbole. Hyperbole means overstated. Writer क्या poet क्या बोलता है कि अर्थ इस अर्थ में यही एक ही जगह लंदन जो है वही सबसे अच्छा है. तो ऐसा थोड़ी है. This is only the beautiful place on this earth. London is only the beautiful place in the world, universe. So he has overstated, he has exaggerated that sentence. So it is a hyperbole. The figure of speech is a hyperbole as it is exaggerated statement. So it means that there is no sight more beautiful than the Westminster's Bridge. राइटर को क्या बोलना है कि वेस्टमिनिस्टर ब्रिज बहुत ही सुंदर है, उससे ज्यादा कोई सुंदर है ही नहीं इस अर्थ में. ऐसा नहीं है तो ये गलत है ना. सो ओवर स्टेटमेंट है, ओवर एक्सैजरेटेड है. सो इट इज अ हाइपरबोल. अंडरस्टूड? इज इट ओवर? Okay. Now, if you see the page number 83, see the question. Page number 83. क्या है page number 83? Prepare for. You have the test book? All of you having the test book? Yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
See the first
Yes.
brainstorming activity. See. For preparing questions based on the poem, overall understanding of the poem is a must. Discuss with your partner and prepare a set of 5 questions. Now, you have to understood the poem. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now you have to prepare a question. The answer will be in a poem. First is given here. What is the name of the bridge? What is the answer?
Westminster.
Now you have to ask the question. Give me the another question. Yes? और क्या क्वेश्चन पूछोगे आप लोग जिसका आंसर पोएम में रहेगा? You ask the question. Its answer will be in a poem. What is the question? Which question you are going to ask? Yes? आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना है जिसका आंसर पोएम में रहेगा. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दिया है ना इधर. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द ब्रिज? ब्रिज का नाम क्या है? वैसे ही आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना है. यस, बोलो जल्दी. ए, 1 by 1. यस, बोलो जल्दी. समझ में आया है कि नहीं पोएम? यस और नो? प्लीज ट्राई टू गिव द आंसर. क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं आप लोग इस पोएम में? ओके, राइट डाउन. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द ब्रिज? सेकेंड लिखा?
Yes.
यस. हाँ, सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. हु इज अ डल सोल? कौन है डल सोल? जो ये एंजॉय नहीं कर रहा है सुबह उठकर. द पर्सन हु इज नॉट observing, who is not enjoying the beauty of London Bridge. Okay. Third question, write down. How is the river flowing? How is the river flowing? नदी कैसी बह रही है? नदी कैसी फ्लो हो रही है? Yes, good answer. How the river is flowing? बोलो. Where is the answer? आंसर क्या है इसका? हाउ इज द रिवर फ्लोइंग? अरे बोलो. टेक्स्ट बुक है आपके पास? इज देयर टेक्स्ट बुक इन विथ यू? यस और नो? बेटा प्लीज.
Yes.
हाँ, तो फाइंड आउट द आंसर. क्या है आंसर? हाउ द रिवर इज फ्लोइंग? द रिवर glit means flowing. How? At his own sweet will. है ना? Okay. Fourth question, write down. What are the man-made constructions? What are the man-made constructions? कौन कौन से man-made constructions है? पोएम में दिए गए. Yes. What are the man-made constructions are there in the poem?
Ships, towers, and temples.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Next. Fifth question, write down. What time of the day is it? कौन सा टाइम है ये? कौन सा टाइम? कौन से डे का टाइम? डे में कौन सा? इन द मॉर्निंग है, इवनिंग है, आफ्टरनून? कौन सा टाइम है? डिस्क्रिप्शन जो किया है पोएम में वो कौन से टाइम का किया है? नाइट का किया है, आफ्टरनून का किया है, क्या मॉर्निंग का किया है?
Morning.
Morning. Very good. So what time of the day is it? It is a morning time. Okay, next question, write down. How do the houses appear? How do the houses appear? Houses कैसे हैं? कैसे? How the writer appear the houses?
Houses are asleep.
Yes, houses are asleep. Very good. Next, How does the London look from the Westminster's Bridge? Next question, write down. How does London look from Westminster Bridge? कैसा दिखता है लंदन ब्रिज और लंदन from the Westminster's Bridge? Beautiful. Yes. And the last question, write down. Why does the poet feel so amazed? Why does the poet feel so amazed? Is it over? Is it over? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now the second activity. Choose the correct alternatives from the given line. Focus on the interference of the poet. Focus on the interference of the poet. Now, see here. The earth has not anything to show more fair. The line means the poet thinks that the place was not so good. Second, the poet thinks that there is another place which is more beautiful than this. And third one, the poet thinks that there is no place on the earth which is as beautiful as this one. So what is the answer?
Ma'am, option 3.
Option 3, very good. The poet thinks that there is no place on the earth which is as beautiful as this one. So write down the first sentence in your notebook. Earth has not anything to show more fair. The earth has not anything to show more fair. The line means, write down, the poet thinks that there is no place on the earth which is as beautiful as this one. As beautiful as this one. Is it over?
Yes.
Second sentence, write down. Dull would he be of soul. Dull would he be of soul. Who could pass by? Who could pass by? Who could pass by? The line means, number 1, tell me the answer. One can walk over the bridge and ignore the surrounding beauty. Second, one can halt at the place to enjoy the beauty. And third, anyone with an appreciative mind would not be able to ignore the beauty. So what is the correct answer?
Option 3.
Okay, option 3, very good. Write down the sentence. The line means, anyone with an appreciative mind, would not be able to ignore the beauty. Okay, the next question, see the activity. Earth has not anything to show more fair. This line expresses the poet's feelings. The sight he saw from the bridge is beautiful. There are a few more lines similar to above. With the help of your partner, find them and discuss what they express. Now here you have to tell me which are the lines expresses the similar feelings in this poem. Yes? क्या similar lines है? See that lines. He says that earth has not anything so to show more fair. Again he says that the city now doth like a garment wear, the beauty of the morning silent and bare. Okay? And again he says that never did sun more beautifully step in his first splendor, valley, rock or hill. So these are the lines. Okay? So the second activity, see that the poem creates a delightful picture. The poet creates a delightful picture of a city, rich in its natural beauty. Work in pairs, groups, and pick out the lines from the poem which give the pictorial effect to the poem. Write it in your own words. Now you have to find what are the lines which shows the pictorial effect in the poem. Yes, which line shows the pictorial effect? कौन-कौन से line आपको pictorial effect writer ने use किया है? Which line shows there is a pictorial effect? Yes.
A sight so touching in its majesty.
Huh? बोलो.
Sight so touching in its majesty.
Now see that. The city, write down the sentence. This city now doth like a garment wear. The city now, are you writing? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Write down. The city now doth like a garment wear. The beauty of the morning. This line you have to write. The city now doth like a garment wear, the beauty of the morning. What explanation you are going to write this? The city of London seems to be clothed by beautiful morning. Now the city has wear a garment of beautiful morning. Write down. The city of London wears or seems to be clothed by beautiful garden. Clothed by beautiful garden. Is it over? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Second line, write down. Ships, towers, domes, theatres, and temple lie. Ships, tower, domes, theatres, and temple lie. Dash, dash. Take that line also. Open unto the fields and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Up to that, you have to write. City towers, domes, theatres, and temples open unto the fields and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. एक्सप्लेनेशन क्या लिखोगे? राइट डाउन the various structures seem to be shining brightly because the morning air is not yet soiled by smoke. Okay, remaining tomorrow we will do. Now the time is over.